Hi everybody, this is Shahriyar Shahid and you're watching All of Your Business. In All of Your Business, we talk about your favorite topics about economy, basically everything that is mattered to you and to us money-wise. So let's speak to our guest, Mr. Mehtab Haider. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum salam.
How are you, sir?
I am
Sir,
fine.
since I talked about that money matters, foreign investment has dropped to $1.409 billion. So how do you see it?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you very much for having me. Yes, foreign direct investment has plumped by more than 30% in first 10 months
Right.
of this financial year. It hovers around now around $1.04 billion compared to the same period of over $2 billion in the same period of the last financial year. There are multiple factors involved in this decline. Once we have seen that the geopolitical situation have also hampered
Right.
some of the efforts to attract foreign direct investment. But we should keep in mind that until and unless there is a confidence of the domestic investors in Pakistan and they increase their investment in the country, it's very hard to attract foreign direct investment in Pakistan. Although China has so far remained the largest bilateral partner, as they have invested more than $740 million in Pakistan. But in last financial year, the Chinese and their companies have invested more than $1 billion. So there is a need to improve the overall appetite as well as the perception and regulatory and the taxation regime in order to promote investment in Pakistan. We have seen in the past, especially during the Musharraf regime, General Musharraf regime, where Pakistan attracted multi-billion dollars foreign direct investment in 1 year. I think it was probably in 2004, 5 and 6 period when Pakistan attracted the major chunk of foreign direct investment. We should learn lessons from the past and replicate all those policies now in order to promote investment, especially the foreign investment in Pakistan, because it will also bring new technology and new ideas in order to promote entrepreneurship in Pakistan.
Right, right. Sir, government is set to approve rupees 3.5 trillion development plan. Sir, what this plan is about and how important it is, what is your expert analysis on it?
Actually, this development plan envisages this allocation of 3.4 or 3.5 trillion for the next budget. But interestingly, in the aftermath of 18th Amendment and the 7th NFC award, we have seen that now the development paradigm has been shifted from center to the provinces, whereby the provinces will have a larger chunk of resources and they are going to utilize 2 to 2.4 to 2.5 trillion on account of their development budget in the next financial year, whereby the center and the federal government will have to restrict its public sector development program to the tune of 1 trillion rupees. Rather, 1.1 will be the maximum limit, because we have seen that in this week, Prime Minister of Pakistan had chaired a meeting to ensure the effective utilization of public sector development program, whereby the planning ministry was given indicative budget ceiling of around rupees 1.126 trillion, 1126 billion only. So there will be some interesting aspect that the provincial development budget will be far more than the federal government's PSDP. Now, the development focus has been shifted to the provinces, especially in the aftermath of the 18th constitutional amendment.
Right. So there's a lot of chaos and there's a lot of uncertainty regarding the oil prices. And in that, there are reports and there are multiple reports. And do you think Pakistan is going to buy Russian oil as US has offered relief to energy vulnerable countries?
Uh, Actually, US offers 1 month relief,
Right.
and they can buy Russian oil by all those countries which are import dependent. And in that list, Pakistan also included in
Right.
the list.
Right.
But there's a need to ascertain that whether Pakistani refineries can refine the Russian oil, because we are used to refine the fuel importing from the Gulf region.
Right.
So we will have to upgrade our refineries on account of technologies and upgradation in order to ensure that we are able to refine the Russian oil fully. So it is an opportunity, but there is a need to go into the deep to ensure that Pakistan can achieve maximum benefits.
Right. So do you think it's going to be a challenge for Pakistan?
It's refining might be a challenge
On
for
a
Pakistan.
geopolitical level?
On geopolitical level, it's possible because we have seen that our neighboring countries have also imported Russian oil, and if there will be no sanctions on Pakistan, it's possible. But I think there is a need to ensure that we are able to refine and ensure its production. Because if we import without analyzing that we are able to refine it in our major refineries, which are total number of 5 in Pakistan, then it will be hard to import oil from Russia. But if we are able to upgrade our refineries, then it's a good sign
It's
for
a good
Pakistan.
sign, right? So, having said that, what is the future of fuel prices in Pakistan? Because we know that the Middle East crisis are not going to stop anytime soon. But how do you see the situation evolving, especially in terms of fuel prices?
It's very hard to give any prediction, but for the next review, uh, I think it's very hard to keep the prices stable, because we have seen that in Russian market the prices have escalated. So it depends that how the Ministry of Petroleum is going to calculate, and then the government is going to take a decision. But we have seen that some diplomatic efforts are continuing, and there are some reports that there might be another round of peace negotiations after the Hajj season in Pakistan.
So, do you think it's going to happen?
I think it's going to happen,
Okay.
but it's very hard to predict at this point of time that what would be its results.
Right.
But diplomatic efforts are continuing, and I think it will help to stabilize the fuel prices. But we should keep in mind that the energy infrastructure was severely hit. So we shouldn't expect that if the peace negotiation succeeds, it will help to reduce the prices at accelerated pace. It will take certain time, at least 3 to 6 months period, when the prices will start receding or reducing. So we should expect higher prices at least for the next 3 months period.
That's a lot to process.
And that's a lot, but if this negotiation succeeds, it will help to stabilize the prices, because at the moment, uh, uncertainty is not a good sign, because we have seen that when there is a increased element of uncertainty, it will fuel or hike the prices in international market. So it requires stability at the geopolitical level, then the prices will be stabilized, and of course it will have certain impact on Pakistan's as well.
Right. So a couple of days back, there was a news that Pakistan and IMF have agreed to work together on the macroeconomic framework. So, what does this term means? Can you simplify this for our audiences?
Actually, in the negotiations which concluded Wednesday night between Pakistan and IMF, these were the major numbers because IMF and Pakistan have broader aligned or agreed on macroeconomic framework,
Right.
which means that they have agreed that what kind of numbers they are going to take on account of real GDP, inflation, budget deficit, current account deficit, exports, imports. So these major numbers will drive the overall macroeconomic framework, then which will translate into the budgetary framework.
Okay.
So last week, Pakistan and IMF were largely agreed on the macroeconomic numbers that helped to ensure the fiscal and budgetary framework whereby they have crunched overall revenues as well as the expenditures for the next budget. That's why Pakistan and IMF have concluded the physical talks, but both sides have also decided that until the announcement of the budget, which is expected in the first week of June, they will continue the virtual talks in order to finalize the budgetary numbers, and budgetary numbers crunching will continue till the last moment of the budget. And for our audience, it is likely, as you know, Prime Minister of Pakistan, along with a high-power delegation, is going to visit China from 23 to 26 of this month before Eid. Then, when he will come back, the annual plan coordination committee is likely to meet on June 1.
Okay.
In order to approve the next development and the macroeconomic framework. They will recommend to the National Economic Council, which is scheduled or expected to meet on June 3. And the next budget is expected to be announced on June 5.
Right.
Although it has not yet been confirmed officially, but it is expected that in the first week of June, the budget will be announced in the National Assembly, and then they will also present it or table it before the upper house of the parliament, and because the upper house of the parliament only recommends and the budget is passed by the National Assembly.
Right. Thank you so much, sir.
Always welcome.
That was all for today. If you want us to talk more about the budget related stuff, do let us know in the comments. Till then, keep watching All of Your Business. This is Shehryar signing out.